Welcome back to Community Matters. The topic today is the opportunities of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Our next guests are Holly Richard, Executive Director, and Sarah Crawford, Director of Development and Public Relations at the Tamlyn Center here in Raleigh. And to both of you, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Well, let's start with, well, what is the Tamlyn Center? How was it founded? Who wants to take that?
Tamlyn Center was founded by three founding families. We had the Moore, Tucker, and Pierce family, and Tammy Lynn Pierce was one of the daughters of one of our founding families. And back in the 50s and 60s, of course, there weren't any services for children with disabilities. And all three of these founding families wanted a better life for their child. So the Tamlyn Center was born in 1969. We started out in the basement of a church, Green Forest Baptist Church in Cary, providing a mom's morning out. And today we serve over 400 families here in Wake County.
That is absolutely amazing. When you think about the time prior to the center, what life must have been like. I mean, have you seen it evolve? Even, I don't know how long both of you have been with the center, but have you seen how things have evolved and how we now address the needs of the developmentally disabled versus what we used to do?
Sure, we provide, inclusion is a big part of that. And what Tamlyn Center does is really unique in many ways because we also serve children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities that also have a high medical acuity level. So we have 24/7 nursing care. We have a nurse practitioner, a respiratory therapist. We have OT, PT, speech. We have behavioral psychologists. We have all of the services available to help people be all they can be, to lead healthy, productive, happy lives.
Well, how do you fund all of this? This isn't cheap, is it? I mean,
it's a very diverse funding model, certainly with through public and private partnerships. We have Medicaid contracts with state dollars. We have a county, City of Raleigh funding. We contract with Wake County Public Schools to serve our children 6 to 22 that have significant disabilities. And it really takes an incredible amount of work and fundraising to be able to provide these services, quality services in these programs, because the breadth of our services is really a Birth to Heaven organization.
Well, Sarah, tell me then, how do we go about making sure that people know what the center's about? And of course, our viewers are watching today, but I mean, this is a 365-day kind of a thing for you.
Yes, we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year round. And as Holly mentioned, we do have a very diverse funding model, and fundraising is so critical to what we do. It makes up about 10 to 12% of our budget, and we simply could not keep the doors of the center open without those dollars. So we have lots of ways for folks to get involved. We have several events. We just celebrated our 11th annual golf tournament, which was an amazing success. And we're looking forward to the spring with our annual A Toast to the Triangle. It'll be the 29th year that we've been doing it. We expect over 1,000 attendees. And the greatest thing about this event is that area restaurants come from all over the Triangle and set up these amazing displays of food that people can come and just taste. And the restaurants donate 100% of their time so that more of the fundraising can come straight back to the center. It's a wonderful event. It happens March 8th. So we hope everybody will attend.
Oh, I hope they will. The need. I'm sure there's a great need. There's probably more need than you have the ability to meet. What are some of the challenges for families and those who are developmentally disabled? Because, you know, you go from a child to a young adult, and then of course you grow old.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good question. Tamlyn Center has evolved because of that. We started out as a children's residence, and now we have people that we're serving into their 50s. The continuum of care, Tamlyn Center does the continuum of care where we provide those services for people. When we say Birth to Heaven, it really is a Birth to Heaven organization. So we do provide those services to help people be inclusive in their community and to have access to resources and to live productive, happy lives.
So how do you connect that? And I'll just say, you know, in my family, I remember my grandmother, and we had an aunt who was developmentally disabled, and this goes back a ways, and it was entirely on them. I mean, and the biggest fear was outliving that child. which they did. So when you say birth to heaven, how does, kind of walk me through that? You have a young child, and how do you meet that need? And of course it changes. So what is it what kind of resources do you have?
Well, the resources is, we have, Sarah touched the base about, we have to raise, $800,000 to $1 million every year to close the gap in our services to be able to provide those breadth of services. So when we say birth to heaven, we have early intervention for birth to 5. We have school from 3 to 22. We have residential programs for children and adults, and respite care for all ages in our community. So we provide resources, whether the family is in need of that 24/7 care. Those are challenges. Parents, I know your other guests were talking about, parents are getting older, and what's going to happen to that adult child of theirs, and who's going to care for them. And so Tamlyn Center made the choice we were going to do continuum of care. And so we evolved into a birth to heaven organization where we serve children and adults in those programs for as long as that person and that family needs us.
Well, Sarah, I don't have much time left. You need $1 million.
Yeah, we do.
So tell
the
the folks in the best way you can why to donate.
Absolutely. People can go to our website, TammyLynnCenter.org. They can call us. They can find all the information there about how to participate in our events, how to volunteer, and the need is so great. And we are very unique in what we do. There are really very few agencies that are offering this many services under one roof. So we need the community support to help meet the needs of those families.
Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you very much for giving us some time this morning. We appreciate it very much. In fact, we'd like to thank all of our guests, and of course, thank you for watching. We hope you've learned the needs and opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and the many ways that you can help. If you have any questions or would like to know more, visit our website at myrdctv.com or email us at communitymatters@mydrc.com. I'm Bill LeMay. Thank you for watching Community Matters on MyRDC, and see you next week.